Hello, I am Jeevan Sai and today I'll be speaking about what is Apache Hive, how it works, and what are the possible new features in the latest version of Hive in this presentation. Let us know about Apache Hive before we talk about how it works. Apache Hive is a data warehouse software project built on top of Apache Hadoop for providing data query and analysis. It is used for reading, writing, and managing large dataset files that are stored directly in either Apache Hadoop distributed file systems, also known as HDFS, or other large storage systems such as Apache HBase. It performs DDL and DML operations, and it provides flexible query languages such as SQL for better querying and processing data. So this is a diagram depicting how Hive works. The components are interface, driver, compiler, metastore, execution engine, job tracker, task tracker, map, reduce, and the component of HDFS, which are name node and data node. Let's see how this works step by step. The first step is execution of a query where the Hive interface, the command line or the web UI, sends a query to database driver for execution. Examples of a database driver are JDBC and ODBC. Next step is getting the plan. The driver takes the help of a query compiler that passes the query to check the syntax in the query plan. After the compiler is done with parsing, it sends a metadata request to the metastore. As metastore receives the request, it sends metadata as a response to the compiler. The compiler then checks the requirement and resends the plan back to the driver. By now, both parsing and compiling are done. Now the query needs to be executed, so the driver sends the execute plan to the execution engine, where the process of execution is a MapReduce job. Here the engine sends the job to job tracker, which is the name node, and assign it to the task tracker node, which is a data node. After this step, the execution engine can execute metadata operations with metastore while the query executes a MapReduce job. Now all that is left is to fetch and send the results, so the execution engine receives the results from data nodes and send the results to the driver, after which the driver sends the results back to the Hive interfaces. So what is new in the latest version of Apache Hive? There are quite possible new features. Better query planning, minimal input-output requirement, less map-reduced jobs, minimal CPU requirement, better infrastructure runtime, better application runtime, and faster optimizers. Why does Hive not store metadata information in HDFS? Hive stores metadata information in the metastore using RDBMS instead of HDFS. The reason for choosing RDBMS is to achieve low latency, as HDFS read and write operations are time-consuming process.